Because you was looking at my license plate for what?
Exactly.
For what?
You don't have the right to run this.
I got my rights to do anything I want to do. I'm a police officer.
You can't run
That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean
Okay, happy Friday, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We are going to do a couple of fun videos on Friday. We have our Bullycam of the Award, our Bullycam of the Week Award going to the officer you just saw in the intro. That was just a little tease. We'll show you the whole video in just a few minutes. That video is about 3 minutes long. It's not terribly long. But man, you can sure be a lot of racist in a 3-minute video. I'm sorry. This guy's terrible. And we'll tell you what happened with his employment after you watch this video. And then we're going to have a little fun. I'm going to show you a little Throwback Friday. Let me see if I can tease it. Well, no, I don't have the picture pulled up. Well, I probably could pull. Let me see here. No, I'll just show you the video in just a minute. It's okay. I'll just go ahead and tell you. It's Cops Nashville back in the 90s. Yours truly. I found one of the Cops episodes, and so I just thought I'd show you a little bit of me back in the day. There are about 5 shows that I appeared on back in the 90s. They rode with me for about 2 months, and we had a lot of fun back then. It's different. It's a different world today in policing. Just absolutely terrible policing going on out there. And there's some absolutely really good policing going on out there too. We support good cops. We love the police around here, but we hate bully cops. Let me show you one of those right now.
for what?
Because I told you to.
You haven't have a reason, sir. You didn't pull me over.
But you didn't pull me over. Get the license out, or I'll hit for a backup, and I'll take you out of the car.
Get your driver's license. Call your supervisor, sir.
Either get your license out, or I'll hit for a backup right now. Boy, talk about country, man. This bumpkin right here, bless his heart.
Get your driver's license out right now.
Call your supervisor.
Please call your supervisor, because you're not pulling me over neither.
You get your driver's license out right now. Show me ID.
Call your supervisor.
What do you need my ID for, sir?
Well, because you want to run your mouth to me.
No, because you was looking at my license plate for what?
Exactly.
For what?
You don't have the right to run this.
I got my rights to do anything I want to do. I'm a police officer.
You can't run.
That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything.
That's just embarrassing. That's absolutely. It just. It makes me embarrassed for the whole profession to see jacklegs like this wearing a badge and a gun. It's just ridiculous. Little backstory. This guy is an off-duty. He's a police officer, but he's off-duty employment, probably for a mall security or something like that. And he's just a notch below a mall cop, honestly. But this, nothing against mall cops. Mall cops, actually, some of them are really good. But this guy's he's just an idiot.
Over and I'll tow your car.
You see, he said
driver's license out.
So he's not getting a supervisor. We requested a supervisor.
I don't mind showing you my driver's license, but what is your reason that you're asking?
Because.
Why?
Because you're acting suspicious.
About what? We was in there shopping.
I said, show me your driver's license.
What is the suspicion, sir?
Get your driver's license out.
You can't
Just
state
show
the
me your
suspicion.
driver's license. That's all I want to see.
You're not explaining to me. You didn't pull me over. You jumped out your car and asked me, did I want to
investigation?
What's the what are you investigating?
Look,
You just see me in there shopping.
Because
I paid for everything that I bought.
Get your driver's license out.
Sir,
Show me your driver's license. If you don't got no warrants or nothing, you're gone. I don't have no problem.
What is the reason that you're stopping me?
I'm not going to argue with you no more.
I'm not arguing. I'm trying to understand something.
What's your name, officer? That's all I want. Because we're following
your driver's license and you can go.
We asked for a supervisor. You denied us that.
I'm not going to get a supervisor.
I'm asking for your name.
Off-duty employment.
You're off duty?
Exactly. Off-duty employment.
If you're off duty, then why are you stopping people?
I'm stopping you because you're suspicious.
Why are we suspicious?
Well, what'd you come back around for?
Because I want to know
you jumped out of the car on us because we looked at you.
Because I don't know what you guys are doing. Now show me your
You don't know what we're doing? You just seen us shopping.
Show me your driver's license.
You don't look. You see all these bags in the back of the car? We just came out of the store seeing you, so you know what we're doing.
Driver's license.
You know what was going on because I know he.
So this cop goes on. I got a little shorter version of the video. The actual video is just a little bit longer. He eventually goes, listen, just hold it up and let me see it, and then you can drive on. He's just begging them to give just a little bit of power. Yeah, I have the power to ask you for this driver's license. I don't care if you did anything or not. I'm a freaking police officer. I can do anything I want to. That's his attitude. I mean, you don't believe me. He said it. He's an idiot. And pretty soon he realizes this cat's not going to give me his driver's license. And I'm either just going to have to tuck tail and walk back to my car, or maybe if I just say, okay, just pull your wallet out and flip it open and let me see it. Maybe he'll at least do that. And then I'll have the sense of power that I need. And then I'll feel like I've accomplished something. He's not investigating anything. These guys pissed him off for some reason because they looked at him sideways. I don't know why, but he finally, there's a Metro police officer that comes up. I don't know if he was called to the scene by somebody else. This guy didn't call for backup because he couldn't call for backup. He's an off-duty security guard. He's a glorified security guard who really couldn't call for backup. I mean, the police, if he is a cop, he's certainly not going to get on the channel, the on-duty channel, and go, hey, man, give me some backup over here. I want to harass these guys in the mall parking lot. So he's not calling anybody. And these guys just basically ultimately called his bluff. So then the police officer comes up and then questions him about what he's doing.
He couldn't really articulate what he was trying to say.
Yeah, as far as I know, based upon what happened, I don't think either of us have any reasonable suspicion to believe that there's a crime taking place. It says there's no reason for a traffic stop at this point. So there's no legal requirement for you to identify yourself to an officer at that point. So if you don't want to give him ID, then you don't have to give him ID at that point.
And we tried to be calm and talk to him like that, and he just, I don't have to tell you anything. He's leaning in the car, spitting all in the car. He's just, I don't know if he's having a bad day. His wife left him. I don't know.
Could be.
I don't know.
Your guess is as good as mine.
But hey, man, I appreciate you, boss.
So this officer, let me just play you a different version. See if I can get it pulled up here. Relatively easy. Sorry, this program that I use only allows me to share one window at a time, which is difficult.
Because he was
So this is the cop that comes up. Finally.
We want the
supervisor.
Show me your ID.
You jumped out and stopped me, sir.
Argue with me.
It's not an argument.
Okay, we just had. It's just one question. What was the reason for you jumping out on us?
Suspicious behavior.
What? Like what?
Exactly.
What was the suspicious behavior?
Exactly.
Buying a bunch of shoes at Nordstrom.
Coming back around to look at me.
No, you jumped out the car. You jumped out the car first. You jumped out the car first. That's why we came back.
Get your driver's license out. It's the last time I'm going to tell you.
Because you ain't got to do nothing. He can't even pull you over out there. He can't pull you over.
Get your driver's license.
Let's go, cuz.
We're going to wait for backup, sir.
Yeah, we work.
An authority over you, or
You don't have no authority over
not me. Not me.
We want
your
supervisor.
supervisor.
Authority over me.
Your supervisor.
There it is, folks. You don't have no authority over me. That's it. That right there epitomizes the problem we have in policing. And it's a training problem for the most part. But cops get into policing. Some of them get into policing just because they're bullies and they want to get paid to bully people around, and they like that power. And I'm not going to lie, when you become a police officer and you get that badge and that gun and all that equipment, and the blue lights, and you can pull people, I mean, you have a lot of power, and it's so easy to abuse it. But it used to be a lot easier to abuse the power before everybody had an HD camera in their pocket. Now, if you abuse that power and authority, somebody's going to see it other than you and the person you're dealing with, because somebody's going to video you. And even if they don't video you, you're likely to have a body cam now if you're on any police department with any credibility at all. Most officers now have these body cams. And so you don't get away with things like they used to back in the 70s and the 80s even. And this guy, man, he's a throwback from the Buford Pusser days. I don't know. He's a buffoon. Let's watch the end of this.
I don't have a supervisor out.
Oh, you're a self-contracted civil servant. Is that what you're saying?
I don't answer questions to you.
You don't even answer what your name is, officer?
Nope.
You can't even tell us that?
Nope.
Are you really an officer of the law?
Yep.
We don't have any proof that you are.
Well, that's
because you have a shirt that
Get
says
your driver's license out.
What is your proof that you're even legal to pull?
Shut up.
What is
Why
your
don't
proof?
you shut up? I'm not talking to you.
What is your
it just absolutely makes me laugh. This is not a joke. This is not the Babylon Bee. This is real life. This guy really said these things and did these things. This is not Hollywood.
proof? I'm being calm. You don't have to yell and spit in the car.
Yeah, I do.
Now you're spitting bodily fluids on us.
Yeah, there you go.
You know,
better get your driver's license out.
That's all right, officer. We're compliant. You have to suspect him of doing something. Suspicious behavior.
These guys were inside there. They got a bunch of stuff, and then they ran their mouth to me as they were leaving to try to make sure I didn't get their license plate. And then he didn't want to show me ID.
Officer Shrillman.
No, they didn't steal items.
We bought a bunch of items.
They bought a bunch of stuff, but when they were sitting right here, I was trying to get their license plate. He hollers out the window, "You're not getting my plate," and he takes off. So I went to get him. Then he comes back and he stops here. So I asked him for driver's license.
It's all on video. That's not what happened.
Okay. What infraction did he commit?
Nothing at all, officer.
It's suspicious behavior. I'm wanting an ID.
Okay. What was suspicious about it?
Because he was calling me out in my car.
What did I call you, sir? I didn't call you anything.
This cop that's on the scene is spot on. And normally police will stick together. I mean, these guys are obviously not on the same department, but this cop does his job. And I like this cop right here because he's like, what infraction did they commit? Well, suspicious behavior. Well, that's not an infraction. That's your opinion. It's a very subjective measurement of suspicious behavior. Anybody can be suspicious. Heck, this guy's suspicious in this wrinkled uniform with a sewed-on badge that might not even be real and a gun on his hip. And, he's as suspicious as anybody. So then the cop says, well, what was suspicious about it? Well, because they's calling me out. And then the cop realizes real quick, this is not a police matter here.
I asked you, what were you trying to get my license plate for? That's what I asked you.
Okay. Well,
and then I came back to really see what was going on.
That's why we stopped in front of the store.
With my hazards on. And he jumped out. We have it on record. He jumped out and told me to stop.
And started asking us for ID and all this and that. And
then he said we was looking suspicious. How? We was in the same store he was in. We were shopping.
He just seen
I'm a loyal
us
customer here. Okay. I shop here all the time. The thing is, he asked for my license for what reason?
That's all we asked him, officer. That's all we asked him. What infraction or what crime do you suspect us of committing? And then we asked him for a supervisor. He said, you're not getting a supervisor.
Hang tight for me for just 1 second.
Yes, sir. That's IMPD. You got some sense.
So at this point, the cop's taking him back there out of the earshot of these guys to basically lecture him. You know how I know that? Because watch what happens.
Now he's saying, well, they were just rude. This is what he's saying. Now, they were just rude. He said a threatening manner. That's not a threat. Don't put it on yourself.
No, I just.
Yeah. Let me put my belt on. See, they ain't got time for this foolishness.
911, what happened? That too.
I have never. Oh, it's going to the news and everything. He's going to lose his little job. Look.
God, she's bad. Look at her good. What's your name?
You're free to go.
So we didn't get your name.
Well, what do you know? You're free to go.
We never got your name.
Hey, officer.
Yes, gentlemen.
Officer. Okay, so when we first came in here, right? So he comes here all the time.
Sure.
I'm his cousin. Okay. So we came.
So basically, this officer just tells him, look, I don't think you've committed a crime, and he was in the wrong. And, and he finally tucked tail and went back to his car. Which, you know, thank goodness for good cops who come up on the scene and can accurately and quickly assess who's right and who's wrong, and they don't escalate that situation by yanking somebody out of the car based upon the assertions of some other ridiculous cop. And I say cop, he's not really a cop in my eye. Well, he's not anymore because he was fired. So he might used to have been a cop, but he ain't no more. All right. So let's get to the main event. This is, oh man, am I going to be able to pull it up? This is cops out of Nashville, and I was a police officer for about 10 years back in the 80s and the 90s. And I have a video from that era. And you can't find these anywhere anymore. I hope it plays. No, it's not going to play. Good grief. Well, that was a little anticlimactic. So sorry about that. I am trying to get it to play, but it will not do so. Well, at any rate, we'll call that a night. So the Bullycam of the Ward of the Week award goes to that guy. And I will get that cops video for you guys next week. I might do it tomorrow. I don't normally do videos on the weekend. But that one's just fun to watch. It's several years old, several decades old, I guess, at this point. And I could show you a couple of can't share the pictures either. Well, I'll get the pictures and everything together for you next week. And we'll have fun with that video. Listen, I appreciate you guys watching. We're live on Stand Against Dark Blue and Policing the Police. And that's what we do around here. We police the police. When the police do something bad, we shine a light on it. And when the police do something good, we shine a light on it. Basically, we pray for the police. I wear these bracelets all the time. It says pray for police and Stand Against Dark Blue. Stand Against Dark Blue just means we're standing against bullies in the police department. We stand with good cops against the bad cops. We have a lot of good cops that support us. A lot of good cops that have gone and signed our pledge at standagainstdarkblue.com. And we have a lot of citizens on board that movement as well. And if you want to support that movement, you go to standagainstdarkblue.com and just pick which one you are. You're either a citizen or you're a cop or former cop or retired cop. And you can just read the pledge. It's very common sense. It's not a trick. It's just good people standing with good cops against the bad cops. And I can't really think of any more noble of a cause than that. Our police departments are in trouble in this day and age, but they don't need to be defunded. We need to eradicate the bullies out of policing. And it's not systemic. I don't believe there's a systemic problem in policing. I don't think it's system-wide. I think it's a very small group of bad people who happen to get a gun and a badge and end up in policing. And we're just going to work our hardest to expose them. And when we find them, you'll see them right here on Bullycam of the Week. So anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to comment, like, and share. That helps us out a bunch. And we'll be back tomorrow with more fun. See you guys.